Smash it. Alpha um, males tend to need energy. That's what I'm hearing. They need a lot of energy because alpha males usually are the kings. That's why everyone wants to be called king when they're alpha. They want people to call them king. They want the energy from the women. They want to be loved. They want to be edified. They want to be uplifted. They want to be noted as the king. Sigma, on the other hand, they move in silence. Sigmas are very calculated, more so not based on emotion. And you would think that Sigma would be labeled alpha because of their presence. Sometimes you don't have to say anything, your presence speaks for itself. So both types attract women, depending on what type of characteristics that woman holds. So both men are driven by the energy of women, but Sigma, I feel, is more calculated, more in their thoughts and into themselves, and make better decisions because they're not so impulsive like an alpha. Smash it.
Smash it.
To be quite simple, there's a bunch of men that parents and grandparents in the community failed. How about that? And the same thing for the divestment sector. All those lonely ass bitches over there that are complaining about men, but all they do is complain all day. Maybe that's the reason why you don't have a man.
One of the things that really grinds my gears is when people refer to black women as being loud and aggressive as if they're personality traits. And I don't really think you guys understand how anti-black that is. When you call someone loud, trying to minimize them and silence them, you forget being loud is your tone. It's how you speak. It's how you emulate your voice. Everybody's voice doesn't project at the same octave. And that gives you no right to be rude, condescending, or make her feel like she's done something wrong because she can speak louder than you. That's number one. As far as aggression people are typically hostile. They are typically very combative, violent. When it comes to black women, that's not a personality trait for us. Do some of us have the capability to do so? Absolutely. But typically, more times often than not, people use that as a way of gaslighting us when we're actually just passionate or very assertive. It's not the same thing.
She seems like she's off her meds a little bit.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I look at body language
Sure.
and all of that when people are talking, if they're speaking general, if they're just bringing up great talking points. She has that stalkerish tick to her. She's the one that will slice your tires.
Throw bricks through your window.
Yeah. Sometimes the message is lost in the messenger, and I try to see past it.
Sure.
But it does weigh on the opinion of the messenger, too. Their life experiences, especially when they're not speaking from a talking point. They're speaking only from experience. She's speaking only from experience. And that's weird because the eyes are the window of the soul. So we have two species that are being beat up every day, and they're looking for someone to comfort them after being out in the war zone. How is that going to work? We have to learn how to decompress and leave everything at the door when you do go to your sanctuary. I mean, down to taking off your shoes. I hate people who walk in houses with shoes on. So take off the shoes, leave the energy at the door, and cater to each other. Even though, and that in itself will give you energy to recover because it's something that you need. You guys have to connect, even if it's just sitting on the couch, just talking about the day. And if it's too intense, maybe someone had a worse day than the other. The other has to recognize spiritually. There goes that spiritual science.
There you go, Ben Seiko. I like how you went through it.
Yeah, hey, let's compromise here. she needs me today or he needs me today. Let me put my problem on the back burner and speak about it tomorrow or next day. Let me just be there for them. And we have to identify this is just another task, but it's a task for personal growth. You work so hard every single day for someone else or even yourself. But when it comes to personal, we give each other less than we would monetarily or in a job. Some people care about others' interests more than what's in their own household.